Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. It's Wednesday, early evening, late night in the UK, and I do want to talk to some of you UK folks. If you could please find the time to call in so we can talk about Lucy Letby, all right? Anyway, let's get to the main topic here. Just got back in the house, and I want to focus on the Oklahoma teacher, the elementary school teacher, Karen, doing the most drunk as a skunk. You can say allegedly if you want to. Put in handcuffs. Oh, they sat with her for 35 minutes. The video is in my community section if you have not seen it. Salute to the police. They sat there, they waited, they worked with her, they talked to her. Oh, she was gaming and capping, as you folks say, okay? Also, the school resource officer was the one, in case you didn't notice. He wasn't the principal, but he wants her fired. This happened a couple of weeks ago, August the 17th to be precise. And I want to see who's got the balls to really go in on this woman, born in 1970. Younger than me, but looks like she's damn near 70, yes? Oklahoma school teacher. The poor babies could have been, at risk, put in harm's way. The consensus and the comments, I'm watching a lot of you simping, yo, alcoholism is real. If this were a mammy, you'd be saying, lock her up, execute her, right? Good afternoon, troll babies. How you guys doing? Hold on a sec. Let me get my screen together here. Yes. Okay, here we go. So I want to focus on this elementary school teacher. And again, the video footage, the body cam, you can see it. It's crystal clear. She changed her story up. I'm thinking about the kids. Damn her. She was capping again. And if anybody really paid attention, I'm sure some of you did, towards the end, she said something to me that just confirmed what my father used to say about crying for, certain cultures. I'm not going to go into that now. She was playing everybody. She said to the cop as he was escorting her into the hallway to then put her into the back of the police SUV, she said, why did you get so mad at me? What made you so mad at me? Karen played the victim card, even in her darkest hour. Good afternoon, troll babies. All right. And let me just take my time here with Lucy Letby. This is the biggest story still in the UK. I have a theory, but I want to lay it out for those of you who are not up to speed. Lucy Letby, 33 years of age, a former neonatal nurse, has been convicted of murdering 7 babies in northern England. She was convicted this past Friday and sentenced this Monday. 14 life sentences. A murdering nurse. And for those who don't know, because I wasn't up to speed, a neonatal nurse, that's one of the elite nurses. They deal with newborn infants that have a range of problems. So she was highly skilled. This wasn't somebody who just walked in off the street and got some little certification. She's not talking. She refused to go to her the conviction date this past Friday. She refused to leave her cell to go to the sentencing again this past Monday. I have been doing so much research, and I really want someone from the UK to call in to educate me, because I haven't kept up with certain things in the UK, which I'm going to try to put into my theory. It's just a theory, because Lucy is not talking. She's not talking. Now, her parents are distraught, of course. They swear she's being framed. My theory, well, actually, you know what? Before I get to my theory, let me say this for those of you who know this story. Her cell looks better than the average nigga's apartment in the projects. Did anybody see the cell she's in? Curtains matching the goddamn, the bedspread. She's got some type of IKEA furniture for a bookshelf. Do not feel sorry for Lucy Letby. Oh no. 33 years of age again. And I'm going to comb through some of the some of the stats. I've been doing deep dives, and I have a theory. Again, let me just see if I missed anything here. For those who don't know, she was arrested, pardon me, in 2018, okay? Her trial lasted from October 2022 to August 2023, okay? And her credentials are highly impressive. She also was a nurse in Liverpool, home of the Beatles. I've never been to London, so I don't know these places, okay? I've got her education and everything. Again, 14 life sentences. Please call in so we can discuss this. Now, let me just throw something out here about my theory, and then I want to get back to the Oklahoma school teacher. And I better hear from some of you guys who you've got so much smoke for the mammies. We're doing a Karen double dose today. You have to have some type of smoke for the Karen in Oklahoma. She's a fucking actor. Anyway, so my theory with regards to Lucy Letby, okay? This is just my theory. I have no proof here. Because she's not talking, they have been trying to speculate as to why she murdered 7 babies and attacked 6 others. And I've got other stats here. A total of 13, they're saying, 13, hold on a second. 13 babies died in her final year at the Countess of Chester Hospital. So there were babies dying when she was on duty, but she was only convicted for killing 7. My theory is that Lucy Letby may be a student of eugenics. Eugenics. Now, most people here in the States only know about Margaret Sanger, Planned Parenthood. Sir Francis Galton, who I've been speaking about ever since I got on the radio in March of 2000. Sir Francis Galton, the founder of eugenics, he was knighted in 1909. So eugenics was and still is a big thing over in the UK. He's also the cousin of Charles Darwin, for those who are familiar with Charles Darwin and Darwinism, okay? I think she may have been, in her mind, cleansing, some of these babies or doing away with them. And I don't say that to be malicious or funny in any way, shape, or form. Most of the babies, by way of my research, were Caucasian. I don't know if some of them were mulatto. Maybe she got rid of the mulatto babies because the blood was tainted. But the Caucasian babies, she was killing them. And we don't have to say allegedly. She's been convicted. She's fucking out of here. This is just my theory. She was maybe performing some type of eugenics with regards to what's going on in England. The influx of Muslims, Arabs, it's become a different place, a totally different place. And everybody doesn't like it. And again, she's only 33 years of age, but in her mind, maybe that was her motive. They don't have a motive. So I would love to hear from anybody who has details on this story, okay? Also, salute to whoever Halle Berry's third, now ex-husband is. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? She's paying him eight racks a month. Cheers. Is it child support, alimony? I just have a little tidbit of information. He got the 9-year-old, custody of the 9-year-old. So Halle Berry, the actress, 57 years of age, she's paying him. Salute to that guy. Kay Nicole, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Callie Rosem, if I'm saying that right, I got your donation. Thank you so much. We'll come back to that a little bit later, or maybe we won't. Halle Berry, I was pleasantly surprised. Okay, hang on a second, Ricky Rick, I got your email, but yeah, I don't want to focus on Skip Bayless, but if you want to call in Ricky Rick, thank you for keeping me up to speed. Salute. Okay, hold on a second, guys. Food, peace, and self-care. I got your donation. Big nigga. That was a beautiful, sad Karen video. Sir, I'm not going to repeat what my father said to me, but, he said, only my mother should I, be concerned about in terms of the tears of a white woman. That's all I'll say. But I looked at her sitting there, and I said, this bitch is acting. And then toward the end of the video, pardon me, she said to the cop, as she's in handcuffs, what made you so mad with me? And she kept saying it. What made you so mad? I couldn't be a cop in today's day and time. I tried. I was denied 4 times trying to become a police officer. The body cam. I don't want to say what I would have done to her, but I just, bitch, you've been lying. Anyway, let's do some research this afternoon, okay? That's what I'm here for. Let's take our time. Area code 310. Are you there? Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Doing well. Just to add a dimension to this Lucy Letby story that I don't know if you read about.
Please,
but
educate me.
apparently, they're saying that she murdered 2 out of 3 triplets
Yes.
in order to get the attention of a doctor who she had a crush on at her hospital. So while I wouldn't put this whole eugenics theory that you have on the back burner, it may be a kind of Munchausen by proxy mental illness deal that she's dealing with.
Okay.
So I just wanted to throw that out there so you could riff off that. Thank you so much for what you do.
Hang on, stay with me. Can you elaborate?
You are the last party in the conference.
Hold on a sec. Okay, he hung up. Sir, why'd you hang up? Well, thank you for the call. I've got time to talk. My understanding and knowledge of the UK, I've done research over the decades, but certain areas, I don't know the world of health and nursing. I mean, again, I just found out that let me say this right. Let me take my time. Neonatal nurse is one of the elites. There's different levels. Level 1 consists of caring for healthy newborns. Level 2 provides immediate or special care for premature or ill newborns. Okay, level 3, the neonatal intensive care unit, NICU, treats newborns who cannot be treated in the other levels and are in need of high technology to survive. And then there's a level 4. So this is very, very intense. Folks, I am in no rush. I would like to be educated. And if anyone has knowledge of the UK sterilization laws, I know they're different from the US. So combined with, her playing God, that's another theory with regards to her motive. Maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. Okay. Caller, you hung up. Hang on a second, guys. GT, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Is it Jody? Jodye got your donation. Okay, yeah, we're not talking about that today, but you're talking about the mammy. I mean, I'll go back because I wanted to talk about Lucy Letby last night, but it was too late. If anybody wants to call in and talk about the big booger bear mammy in Columbus, Ohio, that's what this person is saying in the supermarket. She hit the old Caucasian with the George Foreman, right? Bow, it's a mollywop, dropped him, okay? I'm doing research. We can go back, all right? Area code 201, are you there? Are you there? 201.
Hey, sir.
Hey,
yes.
how are you? Yes, sir.
Yes, how you doing, man? This is Spirit from Spirit Smooth Tunes.
Hey, what's up with you, man? Good to hear from you.
Hey, I'm good. Yeah, my phone was kind of jacked up the last time I reached out to you, so I'm back on board.
Okay, well,
how's it going, man?
I don't remember that, but I'm talking about these topics. Where do you want to chime in, or do you just want to mention your show? You are a sponsor.
Yes, let me just plug the show in. It's Spirit Smooth Tunes, Monday through Friday. I tend to post up at least one video a week.
Okay.
And it's still doing fairly well. I'm actually going to be in talks with someone next week about sponsorship, so I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. Now, Spirit, why don't you want to talk about the Karens? If I were talking about mammies, everybody would be all in. I got 2 Karen topics. Are you scared? You scared?
Well, I mean, just like you, Star, I was raised around a lot of white folks coming up with integration, and I pretty much know how they get down. Karen's always been around from day one.
Spirit, don't use that as an excuse. A Karen killing babies. That's okay with you? Killing babies.
Oh, Karen, no. No. That part, that's new. Yeah, you're right. No, I do not know anything about this Leafy, whatever her name is, baby.
Damn, black man. Hold on a second. Hold on, Spirit. Now, you are a sponsor, so I'm not going to put the screws in you. But you're from my generation. The biggest story out of the UK. We've seen this before. We've seen nurses from the UK killing babies. Beverly, what was it? Owlett, remember her? She was born in 1968. She was killing babies.
Beverly.
So you don't care?
No.
Okay.
No, I really don't.
Okay.
No.
All right. Spirit, I got to go, man. Good to talk to you.
You too, Star.
Okay, thank you, man. Thank you. If you're scared, just say you're scared. Oh, yeah, white folks killing babies. I don't want no parts of that. Hold on a second, guys. Brand new phone system. Let me figure this out. Hold on. I'm looking for someone from the UK. I had 2 UK callers last night. Good afternoon or good evening. Area code 334. Is this Alabama? Tapping in. Good afternoon. 334. Yes, no, maybe. Good afternoon, good evening. Are you there? If not, I got to go. Okay, let me get you up out of there. Let's go to area code 484. Are you there? Good afternoon. Good evening.
Yo, sir, what's up?
Yes, sir. Let's get to it. I'm doing research.
Hey, I want to talk about the mommy in the supermarket with the 1-2.
Yes, sir. You saw the video?
Yeah, she used to be a boxer. You could tell.
That's what I said last night, because when the white guy took off his hat and his glasses, he stepped to her. He tried to shoot that little weak left, and she hit it with her hand.
Yo, but Star, she remind me of a mommy from Newark, New Jersey.
Okay. Continue.
Because that's how they get down in Newark.
Okay. I'm listening, sir. Are you born and raised in Newark, New Jersey?
Yeah, Clinton Ave.
Okay. Continue, sir. I've got time this afternoon. I've got time. Continue. The mammy, not the mommy, the mammy. She dropped the old white man.
Yeah, the mammy.
She dropped the old white man.
All right, so I'm out, man.
Well, now, hang on, sir. You're from Newark, New Jersey. How's my homie doing? Raz Baraka, the mayor. That's my nigga.
Yo, he's a wild dude, man.
He's a good man. A couple, what was it, 6 or 7 years ago, he was down there trying to help black men get jobs at the port of Newark. Yes?
Yeah, he a good dude.
He puts boots to the ground. You know?
Yeah, he better than Cory Booker.
Yeah, I think anybody's better than Cory Booker. But okay, so that's it. You don't want to talk about the Karens? I'm talking about 2 Karens this afternoon. If you're scared, just say no. I don't want no parts of that. Just say I'm scared.
Nah, big nigga. I don't want no parts of that, big nigga.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Have a good one. Take care.
All right.
At least he admitted it. You're talking about white folk. Oh, no, I want to talk about the mammies. Hang on a second. Who sent it a donation? Andre, I got your donation. Andre says that nurse, she's a part of a splinter cell group of the ghost skins. They have infiltrated most industries, law enforcement, health, and the U.S. military. They started showing up 10 years ago in England. If you could send me anything, Andre, I would be, I'll take the time to read it. I'm just guessing she's a student of eugenics. And I'm just gonna bypass, other theories. Lucy Letby, for anyone who knows, killed 7 babies, and she's not talking. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I got your donation. Good to hear from you, sir. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. Julian, I got your donation. Mammy dropped him and got on a scooter. Yeah. Well, she looked like she had a hip problem. Knock-kneed. Looked like she had on a hospital robe. And I'm going to say this again for those who watch that video. salute to the female who was filming because she wasn't amping up the set. She was quiet. And as Mammy, the big booger bear bitch, said, what did she say? You swing first. So I can justify this ass whooping that I'm going to give you, something to that effect. But the female who was filming was not amping up the set. After the white man got knocked out, she said, you see, why didn't you just walk away? Or something like that, right? Thank you, Julian, for your donation. All right. Okay, folks, if you're sending me emails, you have to put a title. I just can't click on links here. I'm working, all right? Okay, 334 was not me. Okay. Okay, that's somebody else. Okay, Nug, I got you. Okay. Blade says the drunk teacher has an English last name, but I'm betting she has Irish roots. She blew a 0.24 breathalyzer test, for those who don't know. Kimberly Coates. That's her name. This happened August the 17th. Not that you have to agree with me, but don't be fooled by the tears. I'm looking at the comments. I'm looking at people, yo, alcoholism is real. Everything but giving her some fucking smoke. Uncle Kurt says, damn, boss nigga, Putin send that his homie, the Russian Wagner. Okay, listen, thank you, Uncle Kurt, but I want to stay focused on these two topics. Malmu says that Lucy Letby cell is plush, okay? Big Aki says, LMAO, damn, that first day, though, damn, I guess the slogan is true. Somewhere in the world, it's still Miller time. and fuck that bucked tooth Brit. Thank you, Big Aki. Yeah, let's go there. Don't feel soft for either one of these females. Just because they're Caucasian. Lucy Letby is not talking. My theory is that she probably thinks she's on a higher level. And that's why she didn't go to the sentencing or the conviction, when the trial finally wound down. She probably said to herself, I answer to a higher power. Get out of here. Guys, here's one of my sponsors, Linktree, okay, / Vega Music 305. If you guys want to call in today, would be a good day, right? All right, let me go to area code 770. Research in the early evening. Are you there? Area code 770.
Hey, Star, how are you?
Hey, who's this?
My name is B, and I'm calling from Atlanta.
Hey, B, how are you? I'm doing a little research this evening.
I see. I won't keep you long. I just wanted to piggyback off of the teacher that was intoxicated. And they gave her way too much grace for me.
Mm-hmm.
She kept using her privilege, and if it was another ethnic group, they would have made an example out of them. She didn't want to be walked through the halls so the students can see her. Right. She didn't want to make any administration see her. They gave her opportunity after opportunity, and she just kept lying, and she even had wine in the cup.
Stay with me. Do not rush. I got time. Now I'm trying to drag this old goofy white bitch. If it were a mammy, these phones would be lit up. Cash App and PayPal. Yep. Boom, bow, boom. I'm dragging the bitch is younger than me. She said she was born in 1970. Did you catch that?
No, but she doesn't look it.
Exactly. She
does not look it, and she did not.
Go ahead.
She didn't want her husband to be called to get her. She didn't know, and she couldn't even remember. She was truly intoxicated. She didn't want her husband to get her.
With her husband. She don't fuck with. Call him for what? What I call him for?
And school just started.
Go ahead.
School just started, so you've been drunk all summer, but you want to come. You couldn't even cut it out for the kids. School just started back.
Yeah.
It was really pathetic, and I felt like they gave her more opportunities that they should have, and eventually they got fed up, and she gets what she gets, and I'm going to follow up and see what happens, because she was just truly disgusting to me, and I just shook my head because they gave her too many chances for me.
Well, now hang on a second. The school resource officer, that was a guy sitting there with the police officer and the female. I forget who she was, but he said to her, "I'm going to recommend to the board that you be fired." And she was
she wanted to
acting. Did you catch the part? Because I watched the entire video. I'm watching. I'm sitting there with a goddamn pen and a pad. Did you catch toward the end when she said to the cop, "Why'd you get so mad at me?" She played the victim card. Did you catch that part?
Yeah, and felt like she deserved another chance when he wanted her to come to the office the next day, and she just didn't want to talk about it being terminated. She wanted a second chance, and can we talk it out? Like, the audacity of you, like, no, ma'am, they wanted to go back to the classroom and the students. It was just, she was so delusional that it was just pathetic. It really was.
Now,
and she's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah. How about the comments? Because I was watching the comments, I'm seeing black people, black males and black females saying, hashtag free Karen, alcoholism is real, making excuses for her. Did you catch all of that?
No. I did, and it was, sometimes I don't even pay the comments any mind because some people are so retarded to me. Like,
yeah, go ahead.
I know you do, and I do, but it doesn't make any sense because it's just not rational to me because it's like, what? Are you kidding me? You know, like this, she's intoxicated in a school building during school hours. Your kids deserve better. At least get drunk after you get off.
Yeah. Hey, I thank you for the call because I'm going to continue dragging this old white bitch. Today is not going to be the day we're going to Manny's. What's that?
And I said, as you do, because I'm listening, getting ready to cook, and I listen to you all the time.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
Keep up the good job, and I'm going to continue.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Have a good day. Bye. Yeah. We'll get back to dragging Mammy, but come on, fellas, just this is the day. Are there any black females that want to call in and drag a old white bitch? I know her type. I had an auntie, I'm not going to say her name, she's gone now, left a voicemail message, early 80s on the voicemail machine for my mother. I'm not going to say exactly what she said, but at some point I'm listening. She said, I would stop by, but I don't want Bill to hit me in the head with a gun. Acting. Guys, also, there appears to be some type of conspiracy theory going on with Oprah Winfrey. She purchased close to 1,000 acres. Let me lay this out here. I've never been to Hawaii, but is there any truth to this? I'm not saying Oprah had anything to do with the fires in Maui. I'm not trying to have Oprah push a button and get me in trouble. Anyway, for a couple of years now, she has been purchasing land in Maui. A 520-acre plot. She paid $3.8 million for that in 2023. 330 acres for $2.47 million. Another 10 acres of land in Maui. In the last few years, she has gone from about 100 acres to 1,000 acres in Maui. The conspiracy theorists are saying now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a fire comes and destroys Maui's homes near her, but her land remains untouched. Locals in Maui, Hawaii, were refusing to sell their land to the elites. The part of the island mainly destroyed by the fires was prime A real estate next to many lavish mega mansions. Now, a lot of those locals are forced to sell their land or they have tragically died in the flames. Give me a minute. I'm going to get back to the phone line. Just sit tight. Oprah has a luxury mansion in Maui. It was not touched. Jeff Bezos has a luxury mansion in Maui. Completely fine. Lady Gaga has a mansion. It's fine. Bill Gates has a mansion in Maui. It's fine. Morgan Freeman has a luxury mansion in Maui. Fine. Will Smith and Julia Roberts. None of those homes were touched by the fires. What do you think? I'm not saying Oprah did anything, but she was in the shelter passing out pillows, right? They didn't want her in there with the cameras. Somehow she got in there, and we see Oprah, passing out pillows. Call in if you like, all right? Area code 909. Good evening. Are you there? We're talking about a few topics. 909.
What's good? What's good? Hey, Star.
Hey.
It's Cousin Mercy on a check-in.
Hey, baby.
How are you today?
Good to hear
I want
from
to
you.
get in. I want to kick.
Okay.
You too. I want to kick the backs in on these two britches right
Come
here,
on.
man.
Let's go.
Smoking on that. First off, you teach the third. I'm not saying any teacher should go to. It's stressful. I understand that. I used to be a trainer. Bitch, you teaching them little kids. This is the most impressionable time. The third graders.
Third graders.
They really taking that shit in. They got the whole shit implanted. They gonna remember that shit till they old and gray, bro. You going Miss the UK lady.
Yeah.
Going to hell with gasoline drawers on. You out of here, bitch.
Facts.
It ain't shit. What was you doing?
Yeah.
Nothing. Just trying to hurry up and go meet your maker. That bitch ain't sad. She ain't nothing. She ain't none of that. Keep talking about this stupid hoe.
Yeah.
Period.
Have you seen her cell? The cell that she's in right now? The goddamn.
I haven't seen
Oh
it.
my goodness! The curtains match the bedspread. It's folded very neatly. She's got some type of IKEA furniture. There's a shade behind the curtains. This bitch is living good. Living good.
That's why her stupid ass was bold enough to do what she did, because people already think they know it ain't really no consequences. You need to be over there in a padded cell with your arms folded together tight shut and just staring at that shit all day.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't understand that. It's just like in the babies. I don't, a mom of three, like, but you're tripping. Yeah, she wants to go to hell. That's all.
Well, now, hang on,
That's it.
Cousin Marcy. I'm just asking. You don't have to agree with me. But I don't know that world of prenatal care. What else do they call it? Pediatrics? That's a very delicate world, and to my knowledge, those people are empowered with a lot of trust. People's infants, toddlers. So in your opinion, why do you think she murdered those babies? Convicted of killing 7. What do you think?
Sick. Did this bitch have any kids? Like, people that do stuff to children like that, it's really something in their mind, for real, because a baby, an infant, is so innocent. They're so innocent, Star. I don't know if you ever held a newborn. I know you don't got no kids, but they're so
on multiple occasions. Hold on.
Delicate.
That's why I don't want any kids, because when I hold them, what is that called? Baby fever. I start thinking crazy. I damn near get soft, and I say, "Oh hell no! Take this back. This ain't what I want."
As you should, and that's the feeling that most normal people that's not
Right.
out their damn mind. That's
Right.
the feeling that you get. You just want to pour all the love and stuff out to them. But even as a mom, like I said, I've had my moments when my kids were babies, they were infants, and they've done certain things. But even to spank them, that shit was hard. Okay, when you think about just like her, them people that's out there breaking their kids' bones and just any kind of abuse. You believe in whatever you believe in, but I believe that's a special. I used to look at this website. It's called Murderpedia for the people out there. This ain't the first time this happened.
Okay. Hello. Are you there? Cousin Marcy, I think your call dropped out. Okay, you can call back if you like, Cousin Marcy. I'm not sure what happened. I did not hang up on you. I see you still in the queue, but okay, call back, all right? Let me bring another caller, area code 973. I'm talking about these Karens. 973. Yes, no, maybe. 973. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, I gotta keep it pushing. I hope that's not what's his name still like playing games. Hold on a second. I saved the number. Area code 248. Good afternoon. Good evening. 248. Are you there?
Yes, I got a conspiracy on that Hawaii fire stuff.
Okay.
You know how they be saying like the leaves is about to try to leave Earth and go to Mars and all that bullshit.
Sir, can you come closer to the phone and please be careful with the language? It's the daytime. Come on.
Hey, that female called this cussed up a store. You ain't seen nothing?
No, sir. She was okay. But I'm saying to you, so watch the language. You started out within the first 8 seconds cursing. Come closer to the phone, sir. I can't hear you.
I'm right. The phone is right on my mouth, bro.
Okay.
Like,
It sounds better now.
like
Go
that
ahead.
shit is-
There you go. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, man. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, they're trying to smoke the people out. And, all the elites is probably trying to take over the whole island. That could be like, a home away from home. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, the common man is here in the States, you know what I'm saying, going through all the bullshit they're going through.
Let me get him out of here. You see, I knew I was right. He can't talk without cursing. Here's I think this is a fact, unless someone else tells me different. Here's a fact I found by way of research yesterday. Most, if not all, baby serial killers are females. I couldn't find a male baby or infant serial killer that worked in hospitals. Babies. Not middle school kids, not teenagers. Don't tell me about John Wayne Gacy. Nurses that work in hospitals. Males. I could not find any of them that kill babies. Male nurses, according to my research, male nurse serial killers, kill the elderly. But killing babies is something different. Let me see if this is Cousin Marcy. Are you back, Cousin Marcy, 909, or is that a different caller? 909.
Hey, sorry. Yeah, it's me.
Hey.
My fault. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Hey.
Let's go.
But yeah, I just wanted to call back and I was just listening to you just now, giving up statistics, and yeah, that's something. But the punishment, I'm just going to be interested in seeing what the punishment is going to be for this lady. Then I thought about the chick, I don't know if you remember the 90s, I forgot her name, when she rolled her kids into the lake or some shit and was talking about they was missing.
You got to watch the language. We're doing okay, Cousin Marcy. You were cursing a few times.
Sir.
Just take it easy. It's evening. Now, the punishment for who? The Oklahoma elementary school teacher or Lucy Letby? Lucy Letby's gotten 14 life sentences. She's out of here.
Lucy. Oh, she's already out of here. Mm-hmm. Perfect. I don't know. I can't condemn nobody to death. Miss Drunk.
I can. Go ahead.
Do you think she's going to get a harsh? Will she ever be able to teach again? Like, how they gonna punish her? Because
are we talking?
No matter what.
Are we talking about the drunk Karen? Hell no! I don't want her teaching no babies. Hold on. You see, today I'm riding on Karens. Pay attention. Right. I'll get back to Mammy's tomorrow. No, we can't have no entitled Karen riding around sipping, running over kids. She'll run over the black kids and say, "Oh, they were trying to attack me."
But you know what? How many of those is it already in our schools in South Central? They just ain't got caught yet. I done seen them with my own eyes in my own school.
Yeah.
They be drunk and everything else. Unfortunately, they be around the corner behind the building getting the tree and stuff from the students. We've all heard those stories. So, yeah, no more teaching from you, Miss Lady. But I know you got other calls, sir. I just wanted to tap in.
All right.
Last night, I know y'all shut it down.
Good to talk to you.
Westside Wednesdays tonight.
Nice.
And I think they got a special guest on there. Something going on. So, but thank you again for everything.
Good to talk to you,
Have
Cousin
a good rest
Marcy.
of your show.
Bye now. Okay.
You too.
Right.
Bye.
No, let's get the Oklahoma teacher's driver's license taken away. Let's get her out of here. Kimberly Coates. The bitch blew a 0.24. Lying, and then she took the cup. For those who watched the video's in my community section. The cop stepped outside the room for something. I guess he was talking to the school resource. Oh yeah, well he went to check on the school resource guy. I think his name was Doug. I was listening. He comes back in the room and she wiped out the cup. Wiped out the cup. 202, are you there? Good evening. Talking about these Karens. Yes, no, maybe. 202. Give them a second, folks. Maybe they're on a delay. I'm looking for some folks from the UK, if anybody wants to call in. Okay, I got to keep it pushing. 202, and we'll see you another time. Area code 385, are you there? Good afternoon, good evening. 385. Yes, no, maybe. Gotta go. Okay, thank you for calling. Okay, Oprah Winfrey, guys, again, it's just a conspiracy. I don't do conspiracies, but it strikes me as kind of odd. Her purchasing all that land. Her land is okay. Her mansion is okay. Okay, thank you, Chanel. I got your donation. Okay. Blade, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Supreme, peace. Yeah, I'm going to be in New York this weekend, Supreme. I couldn't do it. I was supposed to have dinner at Sylvia's. It was actually, we were trying to do it tonight, but I had, I got busy yesterday and I can't make the trip today. So I'll be there this weekend. Hit me with the email if you want to link up or something, all right? Hold on a second, guys. Someone just sent me, what is this here? I'm doing research. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to talk about too many other topics, you know? Salute to Joe Budden. Salute to my homie Gilly. I don't know Wallow, but yeah, I didn't watch Joe Budden on $1 Million Worth of Game. If there's something I need to see, please send me a timestamp. Just don't send me the whole link. I don't know if I can watch the whole thing, okay? Let's try area code 385 again. Are you ready? 385. Yes, no, maybe. 385. If not, I got to keep it pushing, okay? Okay. And Vernell, I got your donation. Thank you very much. Hold on, guys. Okay. Hold on, guys. Hold on 1 second.
All participants.
Okay. And I do want to promote some of my sponsors here as well this evening. We're taking it very slow. I'm trying to get these folks back on the line. When is their launch? They're relaunching. Hold on a second. Check them out on YouTube, youtube.com/IAS Music, okay? Might they be in the live chat? Hang on, something else I want to mention here. This Sunday, guys, I'm going to be taking a trip. And I'm going to post the information in the community section for those in the Philadelphia area. Anybody in Philly know about, what is that? Oxtail cheesesteaks. I don't have the information in front of me. A buddy of mine, is that a new thing in Philly? Is it a restaurant? Oxtail cheese. I don't want to mention the restaurant just yet because I haven't been there. Does that sound familiar? In Philly, some type of new restaurant, the Philly Oxtail Cheesesteak is here. Okay, in North Philly. I'm supposed to go there if anybody has any information. A buddy of mine said the food is slamming. Is that the homie 704 from Charlotte? Give me a second, guys.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's cracking, man? How are you today?
What's up, Star?
What's up,
hey,
man?
Yo, listen, I want to talk about this Carol getting drunk at a school. I thought it was a white male teacher. You know what I'm saying?
First day of school. First day of, don't cut her no slack. She was acting, told the cop, what made you so mad with me toward the end? 35 minutes they sat there with her. 35 minutes.
I couldn't. Look. We're anxious to get back onto the show because, you know, you're live right now.
Come on.
But I was just looking for a key word. I was looking for a keyword, and it didn't even take me past 3 minutes of the video. I couldn't believe it. I said, "No, we calling in today. I'm calling in today." Yo, the
take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
The favoritism.
Mm-hmm.
The favoritism was out the roof.
Yeah.
Yo, they treating this lady like she was Queen Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, yo. I'm sitting there like they wouldn't even dare sit us down, a black teacher. You know what I'm saying? I remember when Set It Off, they sit there. I know I'm comparing this to a movie, but just check what I'm saying. They didn't even ask Vivica Fox was she okay.
Let me say it. If she were black, they would have broke her arm after 8 minutes.
Oh.
Turn around. Turn around.
If she was black,
yeah.
They wouldn't have gave her no option of do you want to take a drug test or a breathalyzer test.
Right.
It would have been you have to. You have to now.
Yeah.
We don't want to hear anything. We don't want to hear nothing come out your lying mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hands on top of your head. Interlock your fingers. Stop resisting. Shh. They had to hit it with the spray. Shh. If you're black. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. It's really disgusting how they treat us versus how they treat each other in certain instances, like in certain situations like this one. Like, yo, I'm just ashamed. I'm not ashamed. I'm disgusted, man. I'm disgusted with it, man.
Okay. Any knowledge knowledge on Lucy Letby? I'm doing research. You don't have to know about it, but this is the biggest story out of the UK. Lucy Letby. Any knowledge? No?
Okay, so today I didn't get much information about this incident or this lady.
Serial killer.
I have no
serial killer. It's not an incident.
I wouldn't call her a lady. She's no lady. She's a serial killer.
Yeah.
Come on. You know, honestly, I don't know much about that situation.
Okay.
I'm sorry. My heart goes out to the family of the kids. Mm-hmm. You know, that's sad. That's sad deal. That's a sad situation.
Okay.
Star.
Go ahead. Finish up.
Before you let me go, before you get me up out of here, I just have, I always call in. I just need some type of what'd you say? Suggestion, right?
Go ahead.
I met this one chick, right? You know what I'm saying? She a little older than me, but you remember, she's getting herself together.
Okay.
And
now I forget how old are you, and hang on, how old are you and how old is she? Let's start there.
She is 31, 32.
Okay. And you're how old?
And I'm 28.
Okay, go ahead.
I met this girl, I met this girl, and everything was going good. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything was going cool. We had some things in common. She was, you know what I'm saying? She was sexy.
I need you to get to the point.
Start talking to her now.
I need you to get to the point. I got other
All
callers
right, get
here.
to the point. All right, get to the point. Get to the point. Get to the point. Get to the point. All right, the point is, would you? Okay, so the point is basically, would you cuff up a bum bitch?
Does she want to work the track?
Man, I ain't gonna cat, man. Like, you know, I'm thinking things.
I need you to get to the point. Does she want to work the track? Why else would you cuff her? Or unless you're just a sucker for love. Does she want to work? Is that in you? Can you send her on a date? Come on, I gotta go.
Yeah, for sure. I can send her on a date.
Okay.
But the thing is, I don't know I don't know how to ask her. I'm pretty sure she's.
Send me an email. Send me an email. I got to get back to work here. But you have to figure it out. If it's not in you, leave it alone. Okay, I got to go. Thank you, man. Thank you. That's the homie from North Carolina. Whew, shit. Now, I'm a patient man, as you can see. Some say if I had biological children, I'd be a good father because I'm so patient. I mean, even when I sip, I let people talk. I give you the last word. But man, that was hard. Hang on a second, guys. Let me also promote one of my sponsors here. www.gocreditwiz.com. Al, if you're out there and if you want to call in, now's a great time. Send me an email. And anybody from the UK, just send me an email. The hater 1964@yahoo.com and just say star I'm on the line. I just want to finish up on Lucy Letby. They're saying she's the most prominent serial killer in history for killing children. She was born in January 1990. She was arrested in 2018. Blade, I got your donation. Hi, Shanice. I got your... Okay, I don't check DMs, Instagram DMs. Shanice, can you send it here? Send your email right here. It's too many niggas with wigs on Instagram, you know, up in the fucking DMs. John, I got your donation. Star, one oxtail cheesesteak is $98. Get out of here. What? Can you send me a link? John Flowers, good to hear from you. Do you want to call in, promote your services? Troll babies, any truth to that? Or is he just trolling? Thank you for your donation, John Flowers. Here's my email address on the screen. If anybody from the UK wants to call in so we can finish up on Lucy Letby. And you know what? Hang on. Janet sent me some good notes. Thank you, Janet. Janet sent me something also about YNW Melly asking the judge for a bond as he awaits a new trial. I'm not speed. Alex, hold on a second. Alex sent me something here. He sent it a donation. Okay. A landmark decision. Brazil's Supreme Court has ruled that homophobic slurs can now be punishable by prison. Did you guys catch that? This is Vice News on Instagram. A landmark decision. Brazil's Supreme Court has ruled that homophobic slurs can now be punishable by prison time. Damn. Jesus. Mary and Joseph. Farnell, I got your donation. Yeah, I wasn't expecting a big response on Lucy Letby, but again, I'm doing research, this evening. It was afternoon, and I just wanted to comb through some of this stuff. I was very, very intrigued with regards to the story. Some of the older nurses, serial killers out of the UK, this seems to be a thing with them. But thank you for your donation, okay? Tony, I got your donation. He says, respect to the platform. Thank you, sir. Okay, in Malmo, I'm almost certain somebody on Woodland Avenue makes a fire oxtail cheesesteak. Well, I'll be in Philly next week. Hang on a second, guys. Hang on a second. Beverly Allitt. That's how you say that last name. Beverly Allitt. Allitt. Nickname was the Angel of Death. Okay. 13 life sentences, 4 counts. From 1991 until, from February 1991 until April 1991. This is another serial killer at a hospital. In the hospital's children's ward. That's my guess, that these people are trying to do away with, weak children. Are you guys familiar with the term white genetic survival? That's an older saying. White genetic survival. Again, it's been years, decades since I've studied anything to do with sterilization laws in the UK. Brittany, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. You are appreciated. Phone lines are, guys, please take note of the brand new phone number. The brand new phone number. A couple of people emailing me saying I changed the number on them as if we're fucking friends. It's on the screen. It's always on the screen. Okay, I want to continue talking about these topics here. And if you're just now tuning in, I am trying to kick in the back of a Caucasoid, a drunk Caucasoid, and niggas are scared. I have yet to get one male, black male, who's always ready to go in on mammies. I have yet to get one of you who really wants to go in balls deep on the Karen. A fucking 3rd grade teacher, drunk on the first day of school. And you got no smoke for her. You got no smoke for her. You have kids. I don't. I would be outraged if I were a parent in that school district. I would be writing letters. I would sue the goddamn, the Board of Education. I would sue the school. The comments, the consensus, people feel sorry for her. You feel sorry for her. Fuck that bitch. Let me say it. Fuck that bitch. And again, toward the end of the video, what made me say, fuck this bitch, she said to the cop, what made you so mad at me? What made you so mad at me? As she's handcuffed. That's the type of devil bitch that would run over your kids, keep it pushing, and then when you police come to her door, she would say, no, they were attacking me. Years ago, I had a Karen bitch out in, it was New Jersey. Where was I in? Toms River, 2017, roughly. I'm coming out of the driveway, and a bitch is there with her goddamn dog, a little dog, and she's crouched down at the fucking bottom of my driveway, Toms River, New Jersey. I look at her, and she said, he's scared. And I said, okay. And she said to me, catch this, I think it's the sound of your garage door. Now, I'm from New Jersey, born and raised. I'm quick with the tongue, so I said, well, maybe it's time to put him down. Can you move out the way? She had no comeback for that. Maybe it's time to put him down. What the fuck are you telling me about your dog being scared for at the bottom of my driveway and the sound of the goddamn, the garage, opener? Truck and Tay got your donation. Section O, Oprah housing. I am not calling Oprah an arsonist. I am not. Ooh, get my wine on. Okay. Michael Bowles, Depot and Karen's again. I am not calling her an arsonist, but it sounds strange as shit. Her buying all this land in Maui, then the fires pop up, and then she's in the goddamn shelter, passing out pillows. My nigga 4-5 was in Puerto Rico throwing paper towels at people in the audience. Everybody was butthurt. Can you not see the game? Can you not see the game of this bitch? 917, sit tight. I'm coming to you next. I just want to say something else before I forget. Folks, I'm at such peace now. But again, I don't want to die in New Jersey. I was born and raised in New Jersey, born in Scotch Plains. I'm now living in Stone Harbor. I purchased a bird feeder. I've got a bird feeder now. And the second squirrel, I've given her a name, and I know she's a female because I was looking online. She's got a lot of white in her inside here. I have named the female, catch this, Sheena. Anybody remember Sheena? For those who know the world of comics, Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. That's my female squirrel pet's name. But I don't touch my new pets. And I've got Sheena, the female squirrel, and Muhammad, and they love roasted peanuts. I just want to say that before I get back to the show here. Okay, area code 917. Good evening. We're talking about a few topics. Are you ready? Are you there? 917.
Yeah. I'm here, sir. I'm here.
How are you, sir?
Man, what's going on, man? Like, these Karens are on a rampage, man, in the UK and Oklahoma. Like, what's going on, man?
Now,
so
I
go
ahead.
No, I was saying I checked out the article about the Oklahoma news about the teacher 3 times over the legal drinking limit, getting pulled over by the cops, and then she admitted what she said. She said, that cup, that was from yesterday. So the cop was like, you were drinking yesterday? Yeah, of course she was drinking yesterday, man. She's a lush. You know, what do you expect?
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some charges that's going to be filed. But, yeah.
Are you a parent, sir? Are you a parent?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm a parent, but my child doesn't go to school yet. But, I mean, it's super alarming. We've already decided, private school is going to probably have to be the way to go because this public school stuff, man, it's hard as it is.
Well, listen, I went to both public and private schools. Private schools can be hard on kids as well, but I'm not against public schools. I don't want you to think just because I went to private school for about 3, almost 4 years that it's better. A lot of times there's things in private schools that you have to be aware of. I don't know all the particulars, but I've dated females, and sometimes private schools can be just as bad. But in this particular case, this bitch, and I'm calling her a bitch, a lying bitch, If I were a person of that county, I would file a small claims lawsuit just to be a prick. I'm on that type of time. I was really bothered by her lying. Go ahead.
But you know what? I want to know if there's actually been a paper trail, because mind you, they said that she actually had the cup on the counter of her desk.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure at one point or a time in her long career, a parent, a student, a kid might have just said like, "Hey, what's that smell? That smells funny, teacher. That's not juice. That's that special drink that mommy and daddy drink at night." Like, somebody's got to report this in the past. And if that's the case, then I really think that the whole school, or at least the superintendent, should be held accountable for that kind of stuff,
I don't want to profile you or marginalize you, but what's your background? What's your makeup? What's your makeup?
I'm Jamaican and Central American.
Okay. Black folks don't think about suing people off the rip. They're more forgiving. I mean, it's a nice quality, all that forgiving shit, but they don't think about suing people. Let me say this, sir.
Listen,
A small hat who has nothing to do with that fucking school, that Board of Ed, who has no kids in that goddamn school, would file a fucking lawsuit. And they would hope to get to the discovery process to dig into that bitch's background to see if she used crystal meth or anything, to then use that as an example to then go someplace else to then get a $2 million grant. Do you follow me?
No, of course. Listen, that's the first thing I thought.
We need $2.5 million to build our schools, to put more money into our yeshivas, because bitches like that are dangerous. Maybe I'm out there. Go ahead.
No. I mean, you're hitting it right on the head, man. God knows what she could have been grading while she was under the influence, and heaven forbid she would have took a life, or heaven forbid a life would have been lost on duty while she was drunk. She's supposed to be there supervising these kids, and they didn't even talk about the age group that she's supposed to be working with. So that's even a bigger point of concern.
No, sir, it was third graders. Sir, it was third graders.
Oh, fifth graders. Okay.
No,
right.
third, sir. Third.
Oh, third. Oh,
third graders.
Oh, yeah, come on, man. Yeah, those kids need direct supervision, man. That's madness. And then, speaking of that, that nurse out in the UK, man. You had mentioned something about white, not supremacy, but what did you mention before just a while ago?
Eugenics. Eugenics.
Yeah, eugenics. If I'm not mistaken, it wasn't Planned Parenthood founded under those kind of ideologies?
Yes, but hang on a second, sir. Hang on, because most Americans and Jamaicans, with all due respect, you only know about Margaret Sanger. Sir, Francis Galton was the founder of eugenics. He was knighted. He was knighted in 1909. They gave him the title of a sir. Okay, he was the cousin to Charles Darwin. You know about Charles Darwin, I'm sure. But
evolution.
It's just a theory that this bitch, this cave dwelling bitch, Lucy, was probably, a student of all of that. And she more than likely, in my opinion, I have no knowledge, she was trying to get rid of the weaker Caucasian babies. Go ahead and finish up.
That's crazy. Yeah, that one sent like red flags in my head because, of course, American healthcare isn't really the best, but there's absolutely no coverage from what I can see on stateside about what's going on over there, which there should be because, these healthcare providers, man, they go around just doing whatever to whoever. And then, mind you, they had a whole log of all the patients that she was almost not directly or indirectly involved with that ended up coding while she was on her shift. And this wasn't like a few days or weeks. If I'm not mistaken, I thought it was a few years that this has been going on for.
Sir, I thank you for the call. I thank you for the call, and protect your children and sue everybody if you have to. Okay?
Yeah. Oh, for sure, man. For sure.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for picking up, man.
Thank you. Yes, sir. If I had biological kids, I would be telling the mother of those children, we're suing everybody. Every time that kid coughs, we're filing a small claims fucking lawsuit. Big Elvis the Chef, thank you for tapping in, sir. I got your donation. Did I pick up this call here yet? 305. Are you there? Good evening.
Let's go. You hear me?
It sounds a little crazy. Hello? Sounds a little crazy, sir. Can you make the adjustments? Sounds a little crazy.
Give me a minute.
Okay.
Hello, let's go, big nigga.
Yes, sir. How are you? Good evening.
How you doing, man? Hey, you calling her Karen? I'm calling her White Mammy. That's where I'm going with it. White Mammy in that line.
Okay.
Flogging, hesitation. She, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? She worried about the next day. Bitch, you better worry about today. How you gonna get home? Handcuffs or somebody coming to get you? She worried about the next day.
Yeah.
Hey, I seen the The other Karen and I, she couldn't bear to see it. She was like, "Oh, I care for you." She had to leave office. She couldn't bear to see it. She had to leave office. She had to get up out of there.
Yeah. So now what happened to her? Because she was sitting there and I saw her hands and she was saying, "I care for you," yada, yada, yada. She just walked out. What happened? I don't know what happened to her.
Yeah, she was telling her, "Oh, I care for you, and what's going on? Tell us the truth." White man be kept lying. She put her hands. The other Karen put her hands in her hands. She was like, "Oh, I can't bear to see this. I can't take it no more. I got to get up out of here." She had to leave the room. She was about to break down crying.
Yeah. Are you a parent, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm a parent.
Okay. Do you have children that go to school with white teachers?
Yeah. My
Okay. Can I ask you a very serious question, sir? I'm sipping my wine. I'm grooving now. Who do you trust more around?
What's good?
Who do you trust more around your kids? Keep it real. The white teachers or the black teachers?
I trust the black teachers, man.
Are you sure? You sure?
I'm positive, man. Positive, bro. Hey, let me tell you something, Star. When I was in high school, Star. When I was in high school,
as you should,
to a PE teacher.
As you should.
hey, Star. Check this out.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
When I was in high school, a PE teacher, a white Caucasian PE teacher. He used to have all the little black girls, you know what I'm saying, in his classroom. He'll make all the boys go dress out and go to PE. You like, damn, where the hell Lisa at? Where the hell Vanessa at? They still in the classroom.
Okay. Sir, before you go, can I ask you a question, even if you're not totally familiar with the story? Why did Lucy Letby murder the babies? In your opinion, over in the UK, this is the biggest baby serial killer in hospitals. Any thoughts?
I mean, this is my first time hearing about it, but okay. I don't know. I guess you had one caller called in. He was saying that she was trying to get the attention of another doctor. So I don't know. I don't know what the hell.
That's one of the theories.
She killing babies.
That's one of the theories.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. I thought you had some facts with that.
Thank you for your call, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Have a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, that's just a theory that she was killing babies to impress another co-worker, a male doctor. She was killing the babies before she met him. She was killing babies in 2015 and 2016. She was reported, according to the reports, and finally they took action in 2018. Hold on a second, I forgot something here. But I want to finish up, for those who are interested, in the Oklahoma teacher allegedly drunk on the first day of school. The video's in my community section. Oh, and there's another story. Hold on, for those who don't know. If anybody wants to talk about the mammy, I know some people, just if you're scared to go in on the Karen, okay. There's a post in my community section. What is this mammy's name? Oh, there she is. A former middle school teacher charged with sexually assaulting a student and buying him a gun. Oh my God. Deeds, are you out there? Okay, this is in Milwaukee, pardon me. Hold on a second. Middle school teacher charged with buying student a gun. Let me see if I can put that on the screen. Anybody want to talk about the mammy? Bought the little nigga a gun, choked his snake. She might have eaten his groceries. Come on, goddamn, let's go. Don't be scared. Area code 916. Good evening. Are you there? 916.
Hi, Star.
Hey.
So I just want to say, when are we as a people, as a black race, going to start standing up for the shit that's supposed to be stood up for?
Okay, darling, can I ask you to fix your headset? It sounds a little echoey.
Oh.
And please watch the language off the rip. It's a little too early.
I will.
As we go.
Is that better?
There you go. So would you say now?
Okay.
We.
I'm just saying that we keep accepting and letting all this stuff go. We tell each other about what happens, but nobody does it. Now we have video to prove what is being done to us, but where's the action after what's being done to us? We all see what's being done. This lady showed up to work drunk, teaching your kids about whatever whatever you think they're supposed to learn, but she's supposed to be educating your children, and she's doing this drunk. Now, if we show up to our job drunk, we'll be fired instantly. Yeah. No questions, no answers, no community meetings and all that. Somebody should have fought her.
Let's not wish harm on her, because if you saw...
Not fight, but... As a mother, I would do that, okay, but I won't say that on your show.
Yeah.
But consequences need to be immediate. Something has to be done. She should be fired and all that. And yes, I do agree with the lawsuit, because that is child endangerment.
Facts. And
you were not in care.
Hold on a second. I'm almost positive she was fired, but now we have social media, so a person can be shamed. And this can follow them. And in her case, I agree, she should be shamed. But now the consensus, I mean, the comments under that particular video, there's a lot of people feeling sorry for her. That concerns me. Did you notice any of the comments?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They were very nice and sweet, and what's going on in her life. You know what? She chose the job that she chose.
Facts.
And she knew what she should be doing on that job. And if she had a problem to where she couldn't handle that anymore, she should have took steps to do that. There are substitute teachers out there. You don't show up to work drunk just because something bad is going on in your life.
Yeah. And
that's just how I feel about it.
Stay with me. And she may have been, committing acts against the children. We don't know. I'm just surprised and alarmed by the amount of support over the white tears. The white tears. Right. I'm ready to go in on, listen to me carefully. I'm ready to go in on hoe-ass niggas who fell for the white tears. Pay attention. I'm not taking shots at black women or mammies tonight. We'll get back to that tomorrow. But these hoe-ass niggas that fell for the white tears, and did you see at the end of the video, the bitch said to the cop, "Why'd you get so mad at me? Why?
Why are you so angry? Yeah. If you were driving a school bus drunk with my third graders on the bus and you crashed the bus and you killed them, it's the same to me."
She was really saying, "I'm white." No, she was really saying,
you shouldn't do this to me. Help me.
I'm white. For God's sakes, I'm white. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I think she endangered the children. She put their lives in danger, because if she was that 3 times over the limit, come on, you're not yourself. You're not thinking rationally.
Yeah.
And to the lady who bought the little boy a gun, she needs to go.
My goodness.
Just sign up for prison. Sign up for prison.
Hang on.
Early.
Did you see that video?
Terrible.
The black teacher. Deeds, are you out there? Hold on a second. Stay with me. Don't go. What is that bitch's name? The black teacher bought that middle schooler a gun.
Right.
Oh, my God. Go ahead and finish up. Go ahead. I'm doing too much. Go ahead.
It's just worse. It's just the fact that these people are out here doing these things and nothing's being done about it because they feel they can do it. There's no consequences.
Yeah.
Nobody's scared of the consequences.
Yeah. I thank you for the call, darling. You have a great evening.
Thank you. You have a great evening.
Bye now. All right. If you niggas are scared, let me get some black women on these lines tonight to go in on these Karens and these hoe-ass niggas caping for Karens. Caping for these Karens. Old drunk white bitch. Old drunk white bitch, huh? Probably eats pork and beans out the fucking can with a spoon. Uh-oh. Mo Fax, good to hear from you, sir. Thank you for tapping in on a Wednesday. Mo Fax.
How you doing, Star?
Life is great, sir.
I'm glad you brought up the legal aspect of it. We need to start suing more.
Yeah.
This is where we have somewhat of a equality, because under case law, you know what I'm saying, if you bring a strong enough case, Johnny Cochran has shown us you can get anything's possible in the court of law.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with you. We need to be suing more, but I would say we need to go one step further.
Come on.
She looks kind of old, so we need to go after her pension.
That's
what we need to get her at.
Mo, I was born in 64. That bitch was born in 70. That bitch ain't old.
Right. No, what I'm saying is, so 70, that make her what? 52?
Yeah,
so
something
she's
like that.
probably near retirement age. You're saying you only got to put 20 years in the teaching
Right.
to get your pension.
Right.
With showing up that drunk to the first day at work, that screams, I want to be fired.
Right.
I mean, that's what that screams to me. But if she wants to be fired, then we should need to go after her pension, because this is how you fight these wars, through finance, legal fair, and everything else. You're seeing what they're doing to 45 Savage right now. They're hitting them with lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit,
Right.
and that that drains people's pockets.
Yeah.
But I really called in about Lucy.
Lucy Letby. Yes. Now I did a show. I did a show last night. It went off the rails, so I took that took that file down. But I'm intrigued at the consistent, sadly, the consistent killing of infants and newborns in the UK. These nurses, this seems to be a thing with them. So I'm just speculating. I have no proof. My theory is that this has something to do with eugenics and sterilization. Go ahead.
Well, you piqued my interest with this case, and I started just doing a little initial digging.
Okay.
And I come to find out the whistleblowers against her, they were made to apologize to her when they first blew the whistle on her.
Facts.
And the head of the hospital stepped in, and he was being very protective over her, which makes me think this is something bigger than just her or just some thrill kill kind of thing. What this says to me is organs, maybe. I mean, we know babies, how much that stuff is worth, the scientific material. I want to be cautious of what I say on your show.
Well,
but, you know what I'm saying, tissues, organs, whatnot. Because for Star, she deleted 7, and there was almost a dozen other kids injured, and the way she was doing it was through insulin. So I'm thinking, like, is she doing this at the behest of the hospital and the boss? Because for him to step in and choose a doctor over a nurse and make them apologize to her, and they did every protective measure until the evidence is stacked up against her. I'm just putting it out there on the table.
Well,
that just seems odd to me.
Hang on, Mo. In case you don't know, and you're better educated than me, I don't think this has anything to do with organs. Are you familiar with the term neonatal nurse? Lucy Letby, pardon me, was a neonatal nurse. That's like the upper echelon of nursing. And let me just read something to you. Those types of nurses care for newborn infants up to 28 days after birth. So their organs weren't even developed at that point. And she herself, who's not speaking, she didn't go to her sentencing. She didn't go to this past Friday. She was convicted, sentenced on Monday. Didn't go to the conviction process on Friday. She's not talking. But to your point, a neonatal nurse, the babies or infants, they're too small to do anything with their organs, because that particular unit focuses on infants that have a range of problems, respiratory, other things, maybe a heart murmur, hearing, eyesight. They're too small to even make that type of assessment of their organs. But go ahead.
But I'll just say this, that we even know fetuses are worth tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For specific, I mean, just uncompleted fetuses. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay.
We have the tapes from Planned Parenthood,
Okay.
Planned Parenthood or whatnot, how they discuss and barter these parts and organs and whatnot. So I'm just asking, is there a bigger connection to the hospital? The fact she's not saying anything, the way they went out on the limb to protect her, and and to make doctors apologize, because doctors were blowing the whistle on her, and nobody said nothing.
Yeah.
So that just makes me think they wanted to shut this up. It gives me the Epstein vibes, as far as somebody, you know what I'm saying, you're the patsy, you're gonna have to sit it down, you know. And she just took, and the thing was she's the perfect candidate for this, because she went through a difficult pregnancy, and that's why she got into nursing.
Mm-hmm.
So she came in it with this God complex of, I'm gonna save the children. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, how, like my like the nurses did for me. So she just seems like the perfect a useful idiot in this situation from my perspective.
Okay.
And I want to close on one thing with Oprah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this question: Is Oprah about to get her nigga wake up call?
Oh, that would be beautiful. That would be beautiful.
When you start seeing the news floating people's names out here repeatedly and dropping little breadcrumbs, we saw this with Cosby, right? When Hannibal Buress went up there and told that one joke, and then from that, it's this constant drip. We saw this with Oprah pre C-19 when her when they had this whole thing trending online about her with kids and whatnot, and now we see her with Maui and then the other place you listed. But hey, have you heard of John of God?
Sounds familiar, but I can't say that I do. Go ahead.
Okay, he's a spiritual quote unquote guru that she backed. That's now been hit with 99 years.
Oh yeah.
For
yeah. Is he some
they
type
tied
of
her to that?
Is he some type of East Indian? Is that the guy?
He was down in Brazil, but same vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like the earth's gonna heal you, and she brought him in on the whole spiritual tip. Her name is being tied to this as well. So I'm just saying, if Oprah, we know nobody black makes it out of this gauntlet on that level unscathed. Nobody. We see what they're doing with Obama with the gay rumors. Nobody makes it out alive unscathed. Either you sit it down and shut up, or you're gonna go out in a blaze of glory. And we see it with Clarence.
Well, hang on a second, Mo Facts. Hang on a second. I have no proof, but I think President Obama may have been delving in the bussy. Former President Obama. He already admitted to doing drugs. What did he say in his book? What was the name of his book? Oh God, he admitted to.
It's something of my father. Not ambitions. Something word of my
something
father.
About his father. And he wasn't raised with his father. He spoke about in that book trying, what was it, coke or some type of a crystal meth or something, or was it heroin?
He said he sold it. He said he sold it, and Bob Johnson came out when.
Hang on. Hold on. He also said he tried it and he didn't like the high. He said he tried it. So yes, I believe he dabbled in some bussy. But go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that about Oprah. When you start seeing this drip, and we know why they do this. This is to cover up for something bigger, a bigger play. Like when Weinstein started showing up, they threw Bill Cosby, you know what I'm saying, in the grinder, and R. Kelly in the grinder. Not saying they didn't do what they were accused of being done, but they used this as a stalking horse, you know, to say, okay, let's point the attention over here to the black people, you know, away from the white supremacy institution of what's going on over here. And like now she's the face of Maui all of a sudden. All these other big names that make her money look like nigger pennies, as you like to call them, on the grander scale. She probably living in the ghetto of Maui compared to the other big names out there. So I just see, I'm just putting it on the record with you. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep our eye on Oprah, because it's a lot of breadcrumbs.
Yeah. Hey, Mo, before you go, you know this, I'm sure. Most folks don't know, or maybe they weren't educated. Johnny Cochran was the lawyer who was gearing up to go after the U.S. government about reparations, right? For those who don't know.
Yeah. Him and Ogletree, and it's it was a group of black lawyers. And I think that's why they had to get Johnny up out the paint, because they had a very strong case. If you go, I spoke about this on your show a long time ago. I honestly think that's one of our best ways of getting reparations is through legal matters, and that's why I'm glad you brought it up on this case with the teacher. We have to create strong lawyers. One thing about the other groups, they got lawyers. When they walk into a room, it's 20 lawyers that looked over the documents, and that's why they end up screwing us every time.
Yeah.
We got to get smarter.
Okay. Good to talk to you, Mo. Thank you for tapping in, sir.
As always, Star. Hey, look, Star, I'm still standing 10 toes down. So just let them know.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Mo.
All right.
Okay. All right.
All right. Bye.
Mo Facts tapping in. Oh, wait a minute. I think I got Janet on the line. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Hold on. Where is Janet tapping in from Newark, New Jersey, the home of my homie Raz Baraka. Janet, what's cracking?
That's right. That's right. That's right. Say it again. Hey, Star, how are you?
That's my guy, Raz Baraka. What's popping? What's cracking?
Well, I have a theory on this lady in England. What's her name?
Lucy.
Lucy?
Let be. And thank you for your notes. I got them. Some of them I already have, but thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so here's my theory.
Come on.
My theory is that this whole story has an incestual vibe to it. And I'm thinking that, did they ever name the father of her baby of why she had that book on miscarriages?
No, I don't know. I didn't go back that far, but go ahead. Enlighten us.
Okay, so here's the deal. Now, she's supposed to be the only child, I think, and her parents spoiled her to the point where they bought what is equivalent to a $260,000 house over here in the States for, right?
Okay.
And they kept going over there, and they would spend the night, and then she kept telling her friends that she felt guilty if she would be away from her parents. I think that this woman was projecting herself on these her victimhood on these babies, and in her mind, I think that she believed that she was saving these babies.
Okay.
Because she's seen them as weak. That's what I think.
Saving.
And then
hang on. Saving them by killing them? She was killing babies. What do you mean saving them?
She was saving them because I believe that she was a victim of a sexual relationship, and she seen those babies. The image of her weakness was projected on.
But Janet, what do you mean by saving? Janet, what do you mean by saving? She was convicted of murdering 7.
I said in her mind.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
say she was saving them. What she did was horrible. I said in her mind. In her mind, she was projecting her victimhood onto those babies.
Okay.
And that's why I believe that she, in her mind, in her sick, twisted mind, that she believed that she was saving these babies from a potential abuse. Because if they're in a neonatal critical care, because my son, well, you know, my nephew, who's my son, he was in one. And shout out to Whitney Houston and University Hospital, because Whitney Houston built that wing over there.
Janet, we don't do shout-outs. I need you to slow it down. Slow it down. We don't do shout-outs.
Okay.
Slow it down.
Well,
Go ahead.
can I say salute?
Never mind the hospital. Don't give a goddamn about no hospital. Whitney Houston, she's out there. Come on, let's get back to the topic.
Well, anyway, I believe that she had one of those what are they called? Mother.
I believe I can fly. I'm sorry, girl. You saying you believe what? What the fuck? I'm not saying
So
that
what?
there's not truth to what you're saying, but it's just like, let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. Stay focused. You do great research.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's get back to Lucy Letby. And why you think she may have murdered the babies. You're saying something with regards to her having a miscarriage? I want to be clear.
I believe to put it blank, that she was involved in an incestual relationship with her parents, because that relationship was abnormal according to the people that knew them.
Gotcha.
They say that the parents were too close.
Okay.
And my whole thing is, since they never named the father of the baby that she was supposedly had a miscarriage by, I believe she's seen herself as a victim, and she projected that victimhood onto the babies, because when you're in a needle care facility, you are the weakest. You are at
neonatal,
and I believe
neonatal.
Neonatal. Yeah. All right, you're at the weakest point.
Yes.
Because as I said, I had to go through that with my Eli. I had to go through that. He was in a coma for like 3 months, so I know what this looks like.
Okay.
I have seen it.
Okay. Janet,
And
before
so
you go, Janet, Janet, I hate to cut you short before you go. I'm backed up on calls here. The Oklahoma teacher, the drunk white bitch. What do you think, Janet? Did you see the video? I mean, not that you had to, but people are caping for her, and she showed her whiteness toward the end of that 35-minute, display, and she said to the cop, how did I make you so mad, or something to that effect? What made you so mad with me? Did you see that, Janet?
Yes, but no, I didn't see it, but I could tell you about Oklahoma. Oklahoma has an alcoholic problem all the way around. Yes. And this right here, this drunk white face, this American princess, or whatever the hell she want to be, they need to start this should go all the way to the federal government, because their resources in Oklahoma is so dense that you could not even fathom the low level education that they are getting in their school. It's almost minute. Okay. And this is not her first, second, or third time, I believe, doing that. And I believe she's not the only one. I believe it's a group that does that, and they overlook it. Now, I'm gonna get off your phone. Can I talk about Oprah and Hawaii?
Can you hold on 1 second? 1 second, in the name of Jesus. Hold on a second. Stay with me. Florida Boy Jay, my nigga, I see you. Can you hold on? FBJ.
Yo.
Yes, sir. Can you hold on? I got Janet. Janet wants to finish up. You're up next, all right?
All right, that's the bet. I'm posted.
Okay, Janica, you were saying you want to talk about what now?
Okay, so, hey, Florida Boy Jay. Okay, so I'm going to land my plane now. Okay. I sent you a email, and I just want you to know that Hawaii sex offender laws is the most lenient in the United States of America.
Okay.
It's like almost no restriction. So you got to ask yourself, why all these people that are connected to other stories like Epstein and otherwise are all moving or hubbing themselves into Hawaii, which the state with the most lenient sex laws.
What's that got to do?
I sent you an article on that, and then that's it.
What does that have to do with the fires and Oprah? You lost me. The fires and Oprah.
I think they're burning it down to make the new Sodom and Gomorrah.
Okay.
That's what I think is happening.
Gotcha.
I think they're burning it down to make the new Sodom, the more modern Sodom and Gomorrah.
Okay.
It's away from the mainland, so it ain't like we could just look over there. It already has the most lenient.
Right. Janet, I gotta go. Thank you, Janet. Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Okay. All right. Everybody, hold on. I fuck with Janet heavy. Thank you, Janet. Whew. Florida Boy J, you there? Big nigga tapping in area code 904 FBJ.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yes, sir. What's cracking, man? Let's talk about it.
All right, man. First of all, let's get on this white bitch who was drinking and popping perk 30s around the baby. What's
30s.
One thing?
Yeah.
Star, we've been saying for the longest time. Don't get on no drugs. Put that bottle down when you're teaching the babies.
Yeah.
When you're talking to the babies.
Yeah.
If you got 8 hours of your damn time, you have dedicated your life to teach these kids.
Mm-hmm.
And you come to the first day of school, no matter what stress you have, what's going on in your personal life, as a teacher, as an educator, as somebody who's impressionable to these children, you need to be your best self for their benefit, not yours.
She's from my generation, Florida Boy J, and if you ask me, she looked like she took a blast off of a boulder. because her demeanor changed. That's what one of the teachers said. They said, you know, you're I think they said your mood is different or something. She probably got a doohickey in the fucking ashtray of the car. The doohickey is the stem. Probably got a stem in the car. You know, she took a blast off of a boulder and then came in there, you know, around third graders. Go ahead.
Listen, that's the biggest problem with these suburban white women. They get on the mom drug, they show up to the bus stop, and they roll in they coffee cup. They ain't got nothing but whiskey in it. Yeah. Be talking all slurred, but it's all okay because in white society, we can drug up the white women as long as they shut up about getting slapped around the house and getting death threats by little Timmy when he gets his PlayStation took. You know what I'm saying? The white man has done a great job in suppressing and pacifying and drugging up his white woman enough to where she's so delusional, she's going to work and don't even want you to pick her up.
Yeah.
Because you know damn well if that white man get a call at his job, at his corporate job, at his blue collar job about his drunk ass wife crashing out, asses is getting whipped, niggas is giving a eye Jamie's a wheel kick to the white woman. No. So let's and before I continue to the next white bitch, let's give all these coons a butter biscuit for calling in scared or not want to send those super chats or want to sell their hands when we gotta get a white bitch some smoke. Yeah. So you know me, Star, I'm gonna give a nigga bitch smoke 7 days out the week. Right. I don't give a damn. But let these white bitches jump up.
I'm trying to ride on a Karen. And folks, we will get to Taisha Bolden tomorrow. Taisha Bolden is the name of the black teacher who bought that 14-year-old boy a gun after she sexed him down too, according to the reports. Go ahead, you were saying, Florida Boy J?
Yeah, man. You know, just like when we have, you know, Hispanic news and all of your favorite Hispanic callers lose their phone that night for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Every time we got to get on somebody other than a nigga bitch, everybody want to get quiet. We know what the show is. We know how we have fun. But when we got to turn the gun on other motherfuckers, I need the same niggas like me and whoever else you calling in, kicking niggas' backs in, to call in and get these snowbirds, these sun dodgers, these wild Yakuts, some motherfucking smoke.
Niggas is scared.
What's wrong with you niggas?
Niggas is scared.
Scared ass niggas. Now let's go to the mammy real quick who gave Cracker a 2-piece for stepping up in a grocery store. You know what? Like you said, one thing I respect is the recording mammy who said, "Go ahead, swing, so we got it on camera. We're gonna take you to jail."
Yeah. Now hang on. For those who don't know, you're talking about the supermarket fight. Someone said that happened in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. I'm not sure, but the big mammy with the knock knees looked like she had on some type of a bathrobe, and she had the little electric cart. She got up out of the cart, and yeah, as you said, the mammy who was filming, she wasn't amping up the set. She just filming it for insurance purposes. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So bottom line is, like I said, we kick mammies back in, but we got to give props to when a mammy can keep her cool and throw her setup and knock a cracker out with calmness, okay? And now I wanted to bring that up because you can see an old, decrepit white man who couldn't even jog if shots rang out, thinking he is enough to square it with a mammy. I'm 30 years old and in shape. I see a big, burly, big black, wild black mammy, chilling, ready to throw bowls. I'm calling the cops, or I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Right.
Or I gotta pull the strap up.
Right.
I'm not fighting a wild black mammy. They swing harder than niggas.
Yeah.
Especially if we in the South. We in the South with it. Oh hell no.
Hang on, Florida Boy J. Did you see her fighting skills? She did like that, and when he shot that little weak left jab, she hit his hand with hers to hit it down, and then she did like that. She had skills. That bitch been brawling.
Star, you are a younger brother just like me, right? You knew when you tried to fight and scrub with your older brother, and you threw a hard jab or a hook, and that nigga slapped your fist down. You knew you was in for one. Yeah. He should have known from the minute the bitch slapped his fist down, nigga, it's up. Get the fuck on.
Yeah, well, he learned
white
the hard way.
No, I just want to say,
he learned the hard way.
White people are so superior; they will be on a bad back in a fake hand and think they can outpower a nigga.
Yeah.
Now let's roll out to the next one. The last topic. I'm going to keep this one short.
Come on.
With the medical malpractice of another wild Yakub overseas is all the more reason why I think when we have black women mortality rates in the emergency room, when we go to the hospital and I got 3 gunshot wounds and you scared I'm trying to get some perks and you don't want to treat me.
Yeah.
You know, you got these white people. Just because you have white people in white coats does not mean you don't need references in the medical field, preferably black people. As many black nurses we all know, Star, I'm pretty sure every black male on their phone got about 5 black RNs and nurses on their line. You need to be on the phone with them, corresponding with them when you go to the hospital, because these crackers could be telling you anything.
Jesus.
When you have your baby, don't just let your baby go off in the hands of white coats while you kissing your wife in this euphoric state. Follow them crackers with your baby.
Jesus.
We seen in Atlanta a girl pop the baby's head off and tried to let it put back on.
Jesus.
And then she just ripped the baby.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
And lastly, when I wrap this up,
hang on a second, Florida Boy Jay. I got I want to bring something to your attention. I'm going to shoot you an email, but go ahead and finish up. You were saying, go ahead.
Yeah, and this is why you see way more women, especially black women out here, having abdullas, having home births, rather stick out the pain, not get epidurals, not get C-sections, because half the time these doctors are advising C-sections, epidurals, they can get a bigger payout when you could just have a natural birth. Now you got a big-ass scar, big-ass shot in your back, all because the doctors wanted money. The more these things go on, the more black people get into the medical field, the more you can clearly see that I got the message. So now you can clearly see that there is medical malpractice, and you just cannot trust anybody in a white coat. That's all I want to say. Don't trust anybody in a white coat, preferably white, just because they're your doctor. Do your own research and due diligence, because that can mean life or death between you or your kid.
Okay. Now, when is the next time you're going live, or did you recently post a video on your platform, Florida Boy J?
I recently posted a video on my platform. That episode is creeping up on 400-something views already.
Nice.
We talked about the fresh and fit situation.
Nice.
A few other topics. Like I said, we had a full house and a live chat. We're going to go live again tomorrow. I have an announcement to make to everybody tomorrow.
Okay.
It's up. We ain't running from it. Harvey Dent season. If you know, you know. It's Harvey Dent season right now.
Okay.
And we're going to keep it pushing, Star. Appreciate you letting me call in and kick these white people's backs in.
Yes, sir.
Today.
All right, salute. Okay. All right. Florida Boy J tapping in. Skylar Saunders, I see you, sir. Sit tight. Let me just make sure I get... Skylar Saunders, sit tight. I'll be right back. Whew. Okay. I think we've combed through this particular topic here enough. Lucy Letby, 33 years of age, a former neonatal nurse convicted of murdering 7 babies. The biggest story in the UK. Thank you for those who tapped in last night. There was a couple of people from the UK who gave great insight. Okay. She's been convicted this past Friday and this Monday sentenced to 14 life sentences. However, if you happen to see a picture of her jail cell, she's got curtains that match the spread. This goddamn jail is it's clean as hell. That's crazy. Brock, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. He says nurse kidnap kids / racial cleanse / God's work theory. Yeah, well, we did discuss that. We did discuss that early. I put that on the table that maybe she was cleansing, getting rid of the weaker babies with, heart conditions, breathing, mixed. Thank you for your donation. Anderson, got your donation. Thank you very much, sir. Okay. Let me just check you also here. I don't see pre-approved. Okay. All right. Skylar Saunders, how are you, sir? Good evening. Wednesday evening.
Doing well. Good evening.
How are you, sir? Where do you want to start?
I want to start with Lucy Letby.
Okay, please.
I originally, when I first started writing on Vocal.media, that's a little plug, I guess you could say there. But
Sure.
I was doing serial killers, murderers, terrorists, and all kinds of people, and that really got my weight up. But I started doing other stuff after that. But I came across a woman named Janine Jones. She called herself the Death Nurse. Now, she has a similar issue, and this is what I think what Janet was trying to get to. I don't think she hit the nail on the head. She kind of hit the nail, but not on the head. She wanted the children to be just sick enough to care for, and then they die. That's what she wanted. She wanted them to be alive for a little while and then expire.
That's already one of the theories. Yeah, that's already one of the theories that's been circulating in the UK papers, that she wanted that type of hero, appeal. I'm not doubting that.
Yeah.
I'm not doubting that. But
no.
That there's other things that we were just exploring. But okay, you were saying?
Yeah, I was just going. She's still alive, actually. Janine Jones. She has a similar sentence. She had 99 years plus another 60 years added on. And she's still alive.
Okay.
She's in Texas right now. But with this sense, these white women, they have this. I don't know. It's not like a fear of overpopulation or of Negroes being overrun. I think it's just a sense of control, as they have the control over getting the babies into the world and then killing them. They just like that sense of power that they have over the child.
Well, actually, Sir Francis Galton, the founder of eugenics, again, most people only know of Margaret Sanger. Sir Francis Galton, who was knighted, I'm going to say this again, in 1909, he did put forth the model for population stability. So it's not necessarily, far-fetched what you're saying about Lucy Letby. Yeah, the model for population stability. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, and of course it wasn't all on coloreds or brown, red, yellow, and black. It was also white babies too, but it's still the hatred. It's still the hatred that is within these women to commit these crimes, because they want to look for that sense of being the superior one. The baby has no control. The baby has no abilities whatsoever coming out of the womb. So they have full control. I mean, she used I'm going back to Janine. Let me just go back to Janine as an example.
Go ahead.
But she used a drug that was an anesthetic that if you use just 20% of it, I mean, on a full grown adult, it would have a significant effect. So what do you think would happen for a little infant child, a newborn?
Right.
So that's how vicious she was. And to go on with Letby, you talking about that prison? Oh, no. She's going to be walking dogs. She's going to be doing yoga.
Yeah.
She's going to have hot. She's going to have hot heat in the winter and air conditioning in the summer. It's going to be a ride for her. It's going to be something just more of a relaxation period.
Yeah. I don't know the jail system in the UK, but the room that she's in right now, it looks better than some people's apartments in the projects.
Exactly. Yeah. She's gonna get free food. She's gonna get free food. She's gonna have a job.
Yeah.
She's gonna make 20 cents an hour, or 20 pound. What is it? 20 quid an hour? What is?
I'm not sure what she's gonna make, but hey, man, I appreciate the call. And
yes, sir.
We have your okay. I need something from you, image wise, or is I'm going to be talking to Kurt. I'm definitely going to get in touch with Kurt, and we're going to hash out an image. Do that ASAP, all right?
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your support, sir.
Thank you, Scholar. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Take care.
Scholar Saunders tapping in. Bye.